Good morning. Today is Friday, March 12th, 2021, and our I Can for today says, I can read and write decimals larger than one whole. So let's start with one that's smaller than one whole, and we'll come back to larger than one whole. I'm going to start with an example like 7/10. I know we've practiced so much with fractions, that's what we automatically go to. I want to draw a picture of it, but then our goal for today is to write using decimals, not using fractions. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines down. And I'm going to need to color in 7 of them to show 7/10. All right, so I've colored in 7. I have 7/10 colored. I have 3/10 that are not colored. I have 10/10 total in my picture. How do I write 7/10 using a decimal? Well, I would write 0 and 7/10. I write the 0 because I have no whole chocolate bars. I don't have a couple chocolate bars and then some extra pieces. I have no holes, just 7/10 of another one. If we were to talk about this like money, we would say that somebody had 70 cents. Let's try another one. 31/100ths. Well, I could draw that larger shape that I've been using. I'm going to shrink it down slightly, but we'll get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I just need to color in 31 pieces. So I'm going to pick a color and I'm going to start coloring. That's 10. It's 20. That's 30. And then I need one more piece. That shows me 31 pieces. So 31 pieces can be represented as a decimal. If I wanted to write 31/100ths, I would write 0 holes and 31/100ths. And if I was talking about money, I would say that someone had 31 cents. I have 3/10. These are my tenths. 1, 2, 3. They're 3/10. They're all the way filled up. And then one extra tiny little piece. That's how I get 31 cents. Let's do one last one. I could draw 7/100ths. I want to show you the difference between 7/10 and 7/100ths. 7/100ths, yes, we're going to draw it again. I'm going to start with my same 100 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to draw a 9 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to color in 7 of them. How many? Only 7. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7/100ths. So think about this as one whole dollar. If this is a dollar and you only have 7/100ths, how much money would that be? Not very much money, that's true. You would have $0 and 7/100ths. That's how we write 7/100ths as a decimal. And if I was talking about money, I would say we had $0 and 7 cents. The 7 is in the hundredths place because it's just 100th of a dollar. It's kind of like having pennies. I often think about the tenths as dimes and the hundredths as pennies. So this one I would have 0 dimes, but I would have 7 pennies. And 7 pennies equals 7 cents. It's a good way for me to think about it. You can work whatever way works for you. So let's move on to our I Can. We want to write some decimals today that are larger than one whole. I'm going to slide my notebook over. Here we go. Let's start with an example like 1 whole and 6/10. 1 whole and 6/10. Well, I'm going to use some quick picks to draw this. So I'm going to draw 1 whole, and we're going to do the quick version. Do you see how that looks like what I've been drawing that has 100 pieces? That's going to be the whole one. I'm not going to draw 100 pieces. And 6/10. Well, to make tenths, I'm going to use my tens rods just to represent it. 6/10 would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That shows me 1 whole. I'm going to write it below it. And 6/10. And as a fraction, this would be represented 1 whole and 6/10. These are equal to each other. You can write them either way and still have the right answers. Now, if I wanted to draw a picture to show 2 wholes and 6/10, I would draw 2 wholes and 6/10. Well, instead of drawing 1 whole square, I would have 2 holes, right? That's like my 2 whole chocolate bars. 1, 2, and 6/10. So this is 1 whole. This is 1 whole. This is 6/10. And when I add all of that together, I get 2 wholes and 6/10. So this is how it's represented as a decimal. This is how it's represented as a fraction. This is how we represent it using quick picks. Let's try one like 4 wholes and 76/100. Well, I'm going to start with my wholes. How many whole chocolate bars would I need to make? 4. Let's start there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my 4 wholes. 4 wholes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wholes. All right, that part's done. Now I need 7/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's done. Now I need 6/100. Remember, our hundredths are those tiny little ones. I'm just going to use a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this picture, the quick pick, shows me 4 wholes and, sometimes I even like to put the decimal there, 76/100. We could write it 4 wholes and 76/100. Those are all decimals that are greater than 1 whole chocolate bar. So take your time when you're doing your work today. You're going to be drawing some pictures and figuring out some fractions. And do your best. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.